Hello, everyone. In the Tuesday night EDAP587 class, Teaching and Learning Online. This class will start meeting next Tuesday, August the 23rd, in room 201G in the ERTC. Everything that we do in this video that I'm going to show you also pertains to people who are taking the course in the virtual space that will henceforth be called the Great Beyond. Those of you who are taking this course through a distance ed lens, when you log in to Blackboard, you will see two Blackboard entries for this class. You will want to log in and use the one that is 58775. You have been added into this course, so every time you log in, you will see this course. This is the way that we can have classes that meet face-to-face and classes that meet from the Great Beyond in one section inside of Blackboard. If you have a problem with this, and if you're questioning how this all works, you will notice that in the syllabus that I will show you in just a second, I have always given my students my text number, and you will find that if you text me, and the first time you text me, if you are new to our classes, put your name in it, please. You will find that you'll get an immediate response, whereas if you email me, things get stacked up in email, and I may or may not get to you quickly. But let's go through this class. This class is all about building a online teaching structure, which in the first thing that we will talk about when I see you is this is becoming more and more important. One of the things that we have to start realizing is that online teaching is rapidly moving into the public education P12. It's always been around inside of a university, but it's rapidly moving into P12. And what this course attempts to do is, and let's go through the modules real fast, is to give you a sense of the history of where this all came from. We are going to do some theoretical frameworks, understanding that what a paradigm shift, constructivism, and inquiry-based learning, and how they fit together. We will then take a journey through something called knowledge building principles, which I'm very familiar with, that I think should form the basis of your thinking about what a class structure should attempt to do in an online class structure. But then we'll go very, very concrete with something called Quality Matters. Quality Matters is a set of standards, a rubric for a designing of online and blended courses. This is about as concrete, straightforward as I can get it for you. And what I love about Quality Matters, and I know this is used in Jefferson County Public Schools for online class design, you will find that it is basically a lovely guidepost, and this is exactly what your final is going to be built around, is using of the Quality Matters rubric. It's very simple, it's very straightforward, and I find it extremely illustrative of what I'm trying to do with my online course. It tells me things. It says, are you doing this? And if I'm not, then I need to, because what the rubric is about is these are the things that if we see them in an online course, then we know the online course has quality. Okay? We will take a journey down Blackboard Learn and Schoology. Now, this is where it gets a little not controversial. This is where you get to make a choice. If you are in JCPS and you want to learn and use Blackboard Learn, we will do that in class. Or if you're not in JCPS and you want to use Schoology, which is a state-recognized LMS, we will learn it. Now, having said that, you can also use Schoology inside of JCPS. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to have 2 class sessions that will go over how these 2 LMSs work, but you get to pick which one you want to do your teaching demonstration about. I hope that's clear. So there will only be one demonstration that you will have to have here, either a Blackboard Learn or a Schoology. And then finally, your hallmark assessment will be that you will build a mini course of just 5 lessons in Blackboard Learn or Schoology, and you'll have kids run through that course. It can be as few as 3 kids, it can be as many as a whole class. It's all up to you. Now notice, well, I've been scrolling so fast you probably haven't noticed, there'll be a time when our class will end before the end of class, and the reason for that is I want you to go out and start using this with your students, but I hope you'll notice that by beginning of November, we will have gone, in the middle of November, we will have gone through pretty much everything you'll need to know to create a unit structure inside of Blackboard or Schoology, and that you'll go ahead and have that all set up and ready to go so that when you take off for a while, you will be able to just run it and have kids participate. In the syllabus, it says that we ask you to run the course for between 5 to 10 days. I don't think that's too onerous, and those do not have to be consecutive. In other words, if you do 3 days and then maybe 2 days, if you do 1 day and then you do 3 days, in other words, if you use it during this time just for a few days, that's fine. And notice the range I've given you is between 5 and 10 days. That's an awful wide range. I think we all can fit within that, that constraint. Okay, so you will notice when you look in the Blackboard space that every class has a date attached to it, and most of these are double dates. Now, why we do this is because so that we can do everything in class. Like this first thing, the history of online learning. There's a quiz located here. Well, guess what? You're going to take the quiz inside of class, and we'll all get 100% on the quiz. Yay! We will do the work on the foundations, which is about paradigm shifts, constructivism, and deep inquiry, inquiry-based learning. We will do all of that in class. The one thing I don't have here yet, because frankly, the live text, I'm going to set that up on Thursday and Friday of this week. You will see below each one of these where it says your class 1 and 2 and this, there'll be a link here that will take you directly to the live text space. Well, for this first one, I just put in your grade, which everybody's going to make 100%. This is your gift, so don't worry. But everything else from here on out, like this next one, basically is asking you to join our Schoology group. And we're going to do a really fun activity inside of a product called Go Animate for Schools. And we're going to create something that we are then going to place into the live text. And so here we'll have a link that will take you to that assignment inside of the live text. And of course we will do that on the last night of that course, or that presentation of that module. And they all work the same way. For KB textbooks, we're going to use a tool called VoiceThread, which is now inside of Blackboard, and we will go over how all that works, and you will find it's extremely easy and fun to use, I think. Quality Matters, we give you, I will give you a copy, the printed copy of what Quality Matters is about, and that becomes your guide. In fact, as you look here, you'll notice that here's a link that will take you to where it is inside our Schoology course that we create for this class. Okay, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to send me a text at the 502-457-2937. I look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday night, August 23. In 201G, in the ERTC, I call it the Goldfish Bowl. It's the classroom that is just nothing, one wall is nothing but windows. And I look forward very much to seeing you all there. Oh, for those of you who are in the class via the Great Beyond or from the Great Beyond, I will also be sending out another video that basically, well, actually, you know what? Let's look real fast here. Yeah, the video on how to set yourself up to be able to use Collaborate in our class is right here. So you need to watch this and it will help you explain. Unfortunately, it's not me, it's someone with an astronomy class, but it says the same things that I would say to you. So make sure if you're going to come to class from the Great Beyond that you watch this. Also, make sure that you set your computer up first before Tuesday night. And again, if you have questions about setting your computer up for class, do not hesitate to text me and ask questions, and we'll get you set up. Alrighty, see you Tuesday night, August 23rd.